They took down the banner. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. We live? I'm waiting. Carson will give me the official nod that we're live. Oh, we live! What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Porterway Podcast. On the road, Dallas, Texas. Here we are. Ugas versus Spence Jr. in just a couple of days. Sorry I'm late. I was here. I was ready. Just waiting there on everybody to put everything together for us, and they did that. They have really rolled out the red carpet for the Porterway Podcast right here outside of the public workout for the fighters. Yeah, they rolled out the carpet. They got us a table, all the fixings. We got a camera right there facing the ring, and fans right behind me, all trying to get on TV. Don't do it. Don't do it. And we having fun. It's been it's been great so far. Definitely want to say thank you to everybody a part of the promotion, Showtime, and and it goes down the line from there. We got a great card coming up on Saturday. I'm excited about that. They just had in the ring. They had Stanionis in the ring, Butayev in the ring, Brandun Lee in the ring. No, no, no. We are live. So we gotta get some rope. We gotta get some rope. What about it? Okay. Yeah, I'll let them know. Yeah, no, they told me that they will give me some rope. They felt like it would be good for me to be right here with the fans. Y'all know I ain't got no problem with that. But the fans gonna do stuff like that, and I don't think we can have that. I don't mind. I don't mind messing up. I don't mind the bloopers and all that kind of stuff. But we definitely need a little bit more respect. Pull that off. Listen, if you in Texas and you in Dallas and you plan to come to the fight, you plan to be here fight week, I will be live all week. We'll be live Friday at the weigh-in. We are going to go live tomorrow at the official final press conference for Ugas Spence. And we will be live at a local barbershop. So let me get the information for the barbershop, and I'll let you know where we're going to be at. But, yeah, if y'all in town, y'all close, y'all want to come say what's up, please be my guest. Y'all know I would love that. This is what Carson would normally do. C.A. Merk would normally be on the YouTube Live, keeping me up on what y'all talking about. I got to do it myself. I got to shout out Laredo, Texas, 956. Pretty sure that's the area code. Shout out to y'all. Salute. If I miss anybody or anything, y'all know this ain't what I do, so please bear with me. What's up to everybody saying what's up to me in the chat? So right now they just got a few fighters in the ring and still kind of going through the motions. I believe Spence is supposed to work out. I believe Ugas is supposed to work out. I thought that those guys were going to work out, but doesn't look like that's going to happen. EJ said, "Hey, okay, you doing your thing, Shawn. You're flying solo right now. Not mad at that. I'm gonna enjoy this, and I'm gonna make the best of it." Bebe in the ring. That's my guy. Is that picking up his audio? It's coming in a little bit.
I represent the home team. Errol Spence Jr., you know what I'm saying? We're going to do it bigger than big. All my Errol Spence Jr. fans, make some noise! Hey, Ray, what are you expecting to see this weekend?
Trying to get the audio going so we got Bebe in the ring. We got Ray in the ring. We're trying to get the audio for y'all for them.
And they start throwing bombs at each other. It is going to be pure craziness. One thing about it, I have done many fights here in the Dallas area and Arlington.
Get Bebe to come over here when they get out the ring.
They say they do things bigger in Texas. It don't get much bigger than AT&T Stadium with the welterweight championships of the world on the line. I'm not saying championship, I'm saying championships. 3 world titles on the line. They're going to have more gold on their waist than you do on your neck, my friend.
All my Cowboy fans, make some noise!
Y'all know I have my Browns jersey, my Brown shirt on earlier. Y'all know how I roll. Some of the guys are going to work out.
I'm excited. You know what? Also,
and then they're supposed to come over here, sit right next to me, and chop it up for just a second. I ain't going to hold nobody too long, 5-10 minutes tops. But I think it would be good. You know, they do their thing, come over here and holler at us for a minute. The Porter Way Podcast and everybody tuning in.
Photos of them, and Hollywood Bebe and I are going to hook you up with some free stuff.
Yes, sir! We got signature boxing gloves. We got maybe a pair of fight tickets. So yeah, this weekend is gonna be crazy at the AT&T Stadium. Again, I go by the name of Big Homie Bebe, aka Mr. A Bebe. Afternoon drive, 3 to 7. I think y'all turn up with me every day because we got a hot song called "You Stuck in Traffic." You stuck in traffic, and you stuck. So hey, let's get ready. Ray, what we doing?
Hey, listen, Bebe, I gotta tell you.
Ray and Bebe.
Get to the fights early, because you don't want to be stuck in traffic and miss the fights on Showtime Championship Boxing. Brandun Lee's a bad boy. Zachary Ochoa is as focused as I've ever seen him. Stanionis and Taya, listen, I'm going to tell you this right now, and I don't know why I'm telling you this, but I'm going to give you a quick little synopsis. I'm not going to wear white, because sitting ringside, them boys going to go out.
Oh, man. What up? How you doing?
It's going to be a
good, man.
physical fight, my friend.
Other than Errol Spence Jr.
All right, we got a fighter. Throw these on so you look professional. You don't need them, but put them on so you look professional.
Okay, for sure.
What's up? What's going on, man?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Happy to be here.
Ready to fight, right?
Exactly.
That's all this kid does. You're a fighter.
Yeah.
I remember the last time I commentated your fight, they mentioned you being able to get in the ring with me one day and fight me. And you said, hey, if it happens, it happens.
Yeah, for sure.
That's you.
That's for sure. I want to know the best fights and the hardest fights, and I want to just try everything.
Did you, before this fight was announced with you and Butev, was he a fighter you were looking at fighting one day?
Oh, exactly what happened when I signed professionally.
Yeah.
I knew that at some point we will meet. I knew that's 100%.
Yeah. You guys never fought the amateurs, right? Oh, you did fight the amateurs.
Yes.
How'd that go in the amateurs?
We fought when I was just a kid. We were kids, you know,
Yeah.
16, 17,
Yeah.
so I lost both.
Oh, that's old
both
enough.
times.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, all right. Hey, a loss is a loss, man.
Yeah.
16, 17.
Exactly.
You got some man strength at that point. So now it's the get back, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. And you've been working with Freddie?
I've been working
Or
with
mostly with Marvin?
Marvin is my
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, Marvin is doing a great job with a lot of you guys out there.
yeah, he's giving all his heart.
Yeah. Are you working upstairs or
Downstairs.
you downstairs?
Downstairs.
Where the big boys go?
Yeah,
I love it. I'm excited to see you, man. And then how's weight?
Weight is good.
Yeah, you handle business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have some pounds to lose, but it's
Yeah,
not a
that's
big issue.
that's
Not
normal.
normal, yeah.
That's normal. Very good. What do you expect from Butayev?
To be honest, I don't know. I hope we will be in the middle of the ring in exchange, and
Let me ask you this, because you guys fought when you were 16, 17. Does he still fight now the same way that he did when you guys fought back then?
he fought against me now.
Yeah.
But stylistically, yeah.
Yeah.
For the fights, he was fighting against others stylistically the same, like as a professional. Not all the fights, but most of them.
Yeah, so more movement when he fought you?
Yeah, more movement. Exactly.
Did you fight the way you fight now back then?
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit more now, going straight, more forward.
Yeah.
In amateurs, I was going sometimes backwards, sometimes in the middle, but I was that middle guy. I like to
What you
exchange.
say? No more going backwards?
No, I never say no to going backwards. It's
yeah.
sometimes for counters, it's for openings, it's better, So I have to adapt to his style, and see what he brings. I have to find a way, I think, during the fight.
You see Butayev's last fight?
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, and when you watch that fight, were you watching that as if it was you in the ring?
Yeah, for sure.
What you would do and what needs to be done?
Yeah, exactly. I always put myself in that shoes, and what's going to happen, and I always think what I will do.
Yeah, no disrespect to Jamal James,
Yeah.
but you were watching that saying that things would go way differently if this was me, right?
Yeah, he was doing good in the beginning, just he got tired and it's hard for him to fight inside.
Yeah. Where do you expect this fight to take place at most? On the inside or from the outside?
I think inside this fight,
I feel like
think so.
you are a much more well-rounded boxer than most people think. I think that you got a good jab. Of course, your body attack is vicious. You got power in both hands. Is there anything that you feel people haven't seen about you in the ring yet?
Yeah, I think a lot.
Yeah, I don't want to say what it is. I know what it is, but I want you to say it. I don't want to be the one to say it.
No, I want to show just, it's big opportunity on Showtime, it's not going to be on pay-per-view, so more people can see us, and I think it's going to be a good night for me.
I got a feeling it's going to be a good night for you too. If there was one thing you could tell us, this is something you'll see different in this fight that you haven't seen in any other fights, what would that be, Mr. Stanionis?
Like what you mean?
Like for instance, I know you have a really good jab.
Okay.
But you overwhelm your opponents,
Yeah.
as does Butayev. Overwhelms his opponents, and so the jab isn't seen as much as the body attack, and then you start wearing guys down with the overhand rights and things like that. I'm going to go ahead and say it. I think we'll see a better jab in this fight than we've seen in any fight that you've had on Fox FS1 in the previous two to 3 years.
Yeah, it's going to be.
Am I right in saying that?
Yes, I hope so. I will do this.
Yeah, I'll say it for you. Good luck to you, my man, Saturday night. Get the rest of that weight off, rest up, and look forward to seeing you fight Saturday.
Thank you, and it means a lot for you, too.
I appreciate your time, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, pleasant surprise having Mr. Stanionis over here with us. You can take the headphones off.
Thank you.
Yeah, get out of here. Go rest.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. Did you get a shot? All right.
Can I get a shot?
Yep.
You mind if I get a shot? Real quick, do you want to add these on the
I know only because of that, yeah.
Ochoa should be next.
Okay.
But if not him, Brandun Lee, we'll get you one of them next.
Okay. Good to see you, my man. Good to see you. Well, if you can't tell, turn this one down. Turn this one down. Yep. If you can't tell, I am a fan of Mr. Eimantas Stanionis. It's just that's how it goes for me, being a commentator and a boxing analyst. When you have to study fighters and I learn a lot about them in a short amount of time. And Stanionis, like I said to him, and I was saying to you guys as well, he's a much more well-rounded boxer than I think a lot of people know. I think that he's gonna use the jab to control Butaev, and I look to see this be all action, back and forth. And like I said earlier, I don't expect that fight to last as long as. Zachary Ochoa, who I have seen fight as well, and he's a dynamite fighter. I mean, it's dynamite all night on Saturday. Let me get back to the chat a little bit. She said you lied. Oh, we don't need it. We don't need it. Yeah, we don't need it. What up, KB? He said my guy is natural. Trying to be. Let me talk about this Isaac Cruz fight against Yordenis Gamboa. I'm gonna keep it real. And I know Carson doesn't agree, and he thinks that there's gonna be an upset on Saturday night. I don't. Carson says, man, where's the power? Everybody talks about Isaac Cruz's power. Where's the power? I'm not gonna say he's gonna stop Gamboa, but I think he's gonna be able to control Gamboa, his work rate, and I think that his pressure is gonna be more than enough to get the job done against aged, Gamboa with a lot of mileage on him. Gamboa just isn't the fighter that he used to be, and I don't think any of us should expect him to be the fighter that he once was. I don't think Isaac Cruz will stop Gamboa, but I do believe that Isaac Cruz will win. He'll beat Gamboa. I think that would be silly of me to say it's going to be an easy fight, but it is definitely going to be, I think, a little more one-sided than Carson appreciates, and I'm sure a lot of you Gamboa fans appreciate as well. Sosa Smith, Porter, I won your gloves, champ, from TBV. Congratulations, big dog, winning those gloves. I know y'all saw me run out of the room, but I came back and I signed them. Cool. What up, big dog? Come on, man, sit down. Take that. Put these on. Talking to the microphone.
Hello.
What's up, my man?
Doing good.
It's your dad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he's your trainer, right?
Yep.
Yeah. How's everything going for you, man?
Everything's going well. I'm happy to be here.
I feel like you're loving what you're doing.
I love it. I love the attention. I love coming out and putting a smile on people's faces.
Yeah, like it's not just the knockouts in the ring, and it ain't just the winning. Like, you like the attention.
Absolutely.
I can tell you like
it comes with the job. So
yeah.
I'm like, shit, might as well.
That's what I'm saying, and that's how I felt when I turned pro and throughout my whole career. It was like I'm with Brandun Lee. It's a part of the job, you
Absolutely,
know what I mean?
Yep.
So you gave out your first autographs and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, you digging that, huh?
I love it.
So this fight with Ochoa, tell me about it.
I think it's a great fight. Nothing I have not seen before. I definitely sparred with better opposition.
That's how I feel. I think that they're saying one
more, champ.
Would you like to see me fight once more?
One more, absolutely. You always give the people, a great fight.
Yeah, that's what it's about, right?
Absolutely.
That's what it's about. Man, I would love to talk to your dad more. I'd love to talk to you.
You could try, but
yeah.
he don't like doing interviews or taking pictures much.
Yeah, he don't do the interview thing, huh?
But you could try.
My dad was like, "Oh, me? You want an autograph from me? Excuse me." Oh, picture?
Yeah.
Oh, you wanted just him? And he's taking pictures anyway. You know what I mean? So, but we loved it, and we rocked together solid forever, as I'm sure you and your dad do.
Mm-hmm.
Anything changed between you and your dad since you turned pro?
Maybe he's treating me more like a man.
Yeah.
He's treating me as the man I am, and slowly he's starting to pull away a little bit and watch from the distance.
That's what I feel. What I encourage a lot of dads to do that I come across. Hey, you know, you and your dad were successful. What advice can you give me? I say, hey, man, understand that your son's going to get older. He's going to start to expect things to be a certain way because he's just maturing and becoming a man.
Yeah, absolutely.
The more you recognize that your son's becoming a man, start to treat him as such. Not to say my dad didn't do that for me, but that is definitely something that I tell a lot of fathers out there. So I'm glad to hear that your dad is ahead of the curve in that respect and giving you the respect, the respect that you deserve as a man and starting to treat you as such. That's awesome. I was
training Olympians. My main sparring partner was a 2016 silver medalist.
What I love most about you, man, is your energy. I feel like you're just like you said when you came over here, like you expect all this. It's like it seems to me like you expect everything that's happening to, like, everything is going as it's supposed to. And it doesn't seem like there's any surprises.
For some reason, it's the way I am. I plan everything out. You should see the way I packed to come in on this trip. I packed like 3 different outfits. Because after this, I'm gonna go work out. Okay. So I thought I was gonna work out here, do a light workout.
I thought so too.
Yeah. So I brought an outfit like this for the press conference. I brought another outfit to do a light workout. Now I brought another outfit to go do a real workout. Yeah. And I brought another outfit for the post workout.
That's how it's supposed to be. Did you? How soon before leaving did you pack?
A couple days ahead. I think I left on Tuesday. I started packing on Saturday night.
That's how I am.
Yeah.
I will pack a whole week before I even leave because I'm so ready to get there.
Then you don't have to worry about forgetting nothing.
Yeah. But my thing was I just wanted to be there, and so I felt like in my mind if I was packed, like I was just that much closer to being there. You know what I mean? So how's fight week for you? Any nerves? Any tension? Any?
No nerves, no tension. If anything, everything is serious.
Yeah.
I know I want to be by myself. I want to be alone. Especially like the day before weigh-in. I want to be by myself. I want to be left alone.
Were you like that as an amateur?
I wasn't like that as an amateur.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't. So it's kind of weird how it transitioned as a professional.
Yeah. I was to myself as an amateur, but I didn't mind people talking and all that kind of stuff. As a pro, especially when I first turned pro, I wanted to be left alone. Don't talk to me. Like, knock on the door. I'm going to crack open the door. Tell me what you need, and that's it. You know what I mean?
Or shoot me a text.
Yeah, shoot me a text. As I got closer to the end, it was like I wanted to share it with everybody, the family, the friends, and all those kind of things. So I definitely loosened up the closer I got to the end of my boxing career. You are definitely not at the end by no means. Stay tight. Keep everything right, my man. God bless you on Saturday night.
Thank you, Shawn.
Thanks for coming over here, man.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
No doubt.
Yeah, tune in this Saturday.
Yes, sir. Where you at? You on the undercard just before pay-per-view, right?
So I'll be fighting on the Showtime broadcast.
Are you the co-main before?
No, so I'm opening up the Showtime broadcast. Yeah, and before Butaev.
Yeah, Butaev.
Yeah.
Boom. So don't miss Brandun Lee versus Ochoa. Saturday night, opening up the Showtime telecast. Young and thirsty. What's up with it? And all of that. Put the headphones on, big dog. Announce yourself.
Zachary Ochoa, 21 wins, 7 knockouts from Brooklyn, New York.
Welcome to the podcast, big dog.
Thank you, my man.
Brooklyn, New York. I've seen you fight. It's nothing but Brooklyn and nothing but New York in them veins.
That's right. By the way, before we start this interview, I just want to say, it's an honor to, talk with you on this podcast because, man, you're a real one.
Thank you.
You're one of these great fighters that we've had over the past couple of years that have fought every single person, and I feel like, underrated. But guess what? To the real boxing people who know boxing, man, you a fucking dog. You were in the 80s fighter.
Yeah.
You go to the burger.
Yeah.
You go.
All day and all
Respect
night.
You.
Yes, sir, man. Thank you. Tell me, man, what are you expecting from Brandun Lee?
I mean, I expect what, everyone else expects. Him to come out, explosive, come out strong as he does. And, he's undefeated for a reason. And, he's a good fighter. And, I just come Saturday, it's going to be a great fight.
Did you see the conversation I was just having with him?
No.
Okay. Very loose. He is very confident. And he loves what he does. You know what I mean? I'm sure you've been against that before, but going against Brandun Lee, what do you think first round? Like, get to it. What needs to happen for you to tame this young lion?
I mean, I just need to stick to my game plan. I just need to stick to what I've been doing in training camp. You know, I've had a great training camp, and you know, whatever happens, happens.
How long was camp?
Man, I'm always training. I'm always in the gym, to be honest, man. So, you know, I've been in camp for 9 weeks.
You've been in camp for 9 weeks. How long did you know you were gonna be fighting Brandun Lee?
9 weeks.
Okay, so 9 weeks.
I left my family as soon as I found out I got the call.
But you ain't leave New York, did you?
I left New York.
Where you go?
And I went to Philly.
Okay, you in Philly.
And I trained with Brenagh.
Okay.
That's right.
Is Brad with you?
Yeah, he here.
Oh, that's what's up. Where he at?
He over there.
Okay.
Yep, he over there.
I see you.
Yo, Steve.
Yep. Brad gonna let you do your thing, huh? He want to come over here and chop it.
He just chilling.
Yeah.
Chilling.
I didn't know you was training with Brad. Yeah. How long you been with Brad?
I've been with him since summer 2019.
Okay.
So we've been together for a little while.
And it's been quiet because of the pandemic, so y'all ain't really get no work in 2020.
Yep.
What's up, big dog? Oh man, thank you, man. Thank you, man. Yeah. Yeah. That's what's up. So thank you, man. So you prepared. And you got Bradman right there with you. I love that. Tell us what we can expect from you on Saturday night.
Saturday night, you'll expect me to fight my fight. You know, to me to do what I have to do in order to win and to become victorious at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I can fight on the inside. I can fight on the outside. If you want, we go to war. You know, we go all out. You know, but at the end of the day, it's up to me to make the fight.
I would be remiss if I didn't give you any advice.
Go ahead.
And it's what I started with. You got a young guy that believes in himself, complete
absolutely
confidence, and is bringing his amateur background with him. So he's leaning on that too. So even though you're older, he's like, I got experience. It doesn't matter.
Absolutely.
What I would do, a kid like that, you have to punch him in the mouth when the fight begins. And then you have to give them that look and make sure that they understand that they're in the ring with a real man, and it's a hard night for them if they want to win. You gotta let him know, because like he said to me, he said, you know, I get serious when I have to. You gotta let him know how serious he needs to be.
I mean, to be honest, it's not get serious when I have to. For me, it's always serious.
Yeah.
You know, we going to war, we're fighting. We could, you know, people die in this ring. You know what I'm saying? You know, so at the end of the day, I gotta be serious. I take this serious, but at the same time, I'm enjoying it.
That for me was kind of my recipe for success, was always being in control. And I think with a young guy like him, you have to be in control from the opening bell. Not just to let him know, not to alert him, but also to alert the judges that, hey, what you thought the program was going to be, that's not it tonight. You know what I mean? So control the man, control the ring, control the fight, win.
Absolutely.
That was my recipe.
Nah,
so
man. Well,
that's
it worked for you. You became a world champion, and man, you fought one of the best. You fought all of the best guys, and you know, much respect to you.
Thank you, man.
Real
Thanks
shit.
for coming through, my man.
Thanks so much.
I'll talk to you later, all right? God bless you Saturday night.
Right. Thank you. I don't want to steal your headphones.
Yeah, leave our headphones. Yep. All right, big dog. Work on it all, man. Yeah. Yep. The love is real, man. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Hey, what I don't appreciate, I look over at my producer here, because I need somebody to confirm what I'm saying. That I can't see them. Nobody's shaking their head. When I look at you, I say, man, the love is real. You still pushing the buttons. You ain't like no thumbs up, no smiling, nothing. I appreciate you, big dog. Shout out to DDA. Got him over here pushing the ones and twos for me while I do my thing over here. They going to keep pulling them to us, too. So I'm going to see if I can get Bebe over here. Let me get back to the chat. Sosa Smith. Gamboa gonna win. I remember old Gamboa. Man, you can remember old Gamboa, but if old Gamboa don't show up, Is what it is.
I can't wait this Saturday night, AT&T Stadium, and we're going back inside the ring. Next, I'll be giving away tickets to the livest person right here at Texas Live.
Let me see. Let me get back to this chat right quick. Let me see. Fondora stopping Charlo. That's not happening. Fondora has to get more fundamentally sound. I don't say he has to use his jab just because he's tall and long. Like, you got to use your jab. Like, the game starts and ends with the jab. Guys win boxing matches off of the jab, and he doesn't have much of a jab. The jab has to improve. It's got to get stronger. It's got to get faster. He's got to get more direction on that from the outside. And I'm only mentioning the jab because that's the most basic punch in boxing. If I'm critiquing his jab, that means his 1-2 needs to be critiqued. The body shots don't need to be critiqued, and the uppercuts clearly don't need to be critiqued. However, if you can't beat everybody on the inside. Yes, he has beat everyone on the inside, but when you're stepping up against Charlo, Lion, that's a different animal. And the different animal requires different tools to beat that animal, and the jab will be key for Fondora against a guy like Jamel Charlo. Jason Rodriguez, Charlo got hurt in his last fight. Boo Boo will put him on a clinic. I cannot disagree with that, man. I've been an advocate for Boo Boo for a very long time, feeling like he hasn't gotten the love he deserves from the sport, hasn't gotten the fights that he deserves, and I think at this point, with his record alone, he has earned the top guys at 160, 154 if he was going to make that, of course, and also 168, which is what he's moving up to. So he deserves the big fights, man, and I've been saying this for a long time. It's only a matter of time, and I hope I'm right. Let me see. Sosa Smith. My man is just, he making sure he get known. I was so glad Errol decided to fight your fight instead of fighting from the outside, which would have been a different fight. This way we saw both y'all dog, no doubt. I think he came on the podcast last week or the week before, and he said he knew I was coming to fight, and there wasn't no way he was backing down from that. You know what I mean? So I think between the two of us, man, we were able to do something very memorable in the ring back in 2019 when we fought, and essentially that's one of the biggest reasons why I turned pro, man. I just wanted to do things that people would not only admire and appreciate, but would remember for a very long time. So I hope that one does go down in history as one of the best welterweight fights in this decade. Got some Andre talk. Boots coming for that belt. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Boots gets bodied. I don't know who that's referring to. Hey, Shawn, this is Box Sinhei. Butchered that name, my bad. Hey, Shawn, love from the UK as always. Good night, fella. Late here, bro. I know it is. Salute for you staying up, man. Appreciate it. I'm glad we ain't doing this in Vegas. We'll be even later. Am I tripping? All right, Sosa Smith. Errol finally got strength and conditioning. Haven't had it since Peterson fight. He stops Ugas and goes back to the boogeyman. Porter Spence, my top 5. I'm not sure what the boogeyman is, but I don't think he stops Ugas in five rounds. Is that what he said? Stops Ugas? No, he did not say in 5 rounds. I don't know if he's gonna stop Ugas. I don't know, man. I'm gonna wait to do one last preview on Ugas Spence. I'm gonna wait to do that Friday when we go live on Friday, and I'm gonna go even deeper than I did this week in our special that we had to do on Ugas Spence because we went too long on our episode. So we had to do a special episode for you guys. Hope y'all enjoyed that episode, hearing what everybody thought about the fight. But you'll hear specifically just from me, on Friday, and I'm going to go into deeper detail about what I think about that fight. Not necessarily about the outcome, but just how I expect that fight to go as a whole. Blue Blood, salute to the king, champ, blessings. Appreciate you, Blue Blood. I'm getting the hang of this. Marcus Davidson, what up, big dog? Best boxing podcast out, hands down. Love watching every week. I appreciate the commitment, man. I appreciate the support, and I appreciate y'all always tuning in, man. I love what I do, and I love being able to do this. I love being able to come out here to Dallas and sit in this hot sun and entertain y'all and give y'all the best that the Porterweight Podcast can offer live at a boxing event. What's up with it? Shawn, what's your opinion on what Oscar Valdez needs to do for his fight with Shakur Stevenson? Give me 1 second. Appreciate it. No doubt. They just don't care we live. Yeah, come through. Appreciate it, big dog. Thank you, man. Thank you. What up, big dog? You good? You sure? All right. Give me some love, boss. Good to see you, man. How you feeling? Good, man. You feel solid. Good to see you. Hey, I got to introduce real quick Luis Yanez, 2008 Olympian. You didn't stick around after that, right? Yeah, 2008 Olympian. We went to Brazil together. We went to Venezuela together. You weren't in Morocco with us. You did? You went to Morocco? Dang, we went everywhere together. That's why the love and the hug right there. I got to spend time with Yanez, man. One of the young guys I know in 08. How old were you in 08 at the Olympics? Yeah, I'll just put it on real quick. Turn him up right quick. You were 19?
I was 19, bro.
19 and 08 at the Olympic Games. And you and I, we've known each other since that box off. And why we kind of like, for the second words, gravitated towards you, remember my dad had my little brother?
Yeah.
And my dad had a picture, and he kept saying, who does Yanez look like? And I kept saying, I don't know, he looks like somebody. And then my dad happened to be going through his pictures and said, this is who Yanez look like. You look like my little brother. Yep. And I think at that point you kind of became a little brother to the Porters and
Porter family.
Yeah, yep. And we just we rocked for as long as we could. You know, obviously our professional careers took different turns. Yeah. And now you're down here with the boxing team now, right?
Correct.
You got your own boxing gym?
Correct.
Shout out your boxing gym.
Latin Legend Boxing, out there in Oak Cliff.
And you were the Latin Legend, right?
Correct.
Right?
Yes,
yeah. So
when I beat the Cuban, he's the one that gave me the name, the Latin
Legend. What?
Yeah.
Okay.
In 2007 at the Pan American Games.
Yeah, so it became Luis the Latin Legend Yanez after beating the Cuban at the World Championship?
No, at the Pan American Games.
Oh, at the Pan Am Games. Yep. Okay, yep.
Yes, sir.
So, Latin Legend Boxing Club?
Latin Legend Boxing Club.
Latin Legend Boxing Club down here in Dallas?
Down here in Dallas.
Down here in Dallas, you got a young kid. You got anybody you want to get into boxing? This kid right here will take care of whoever you have that you want to get into the boxing game. Luis, great to see you, big dog. I'll talk to you soon, all right? All right, now. Love you. I tell people all the time, the best part of boxing is the relationships you get to make. I've traveled the world with some of these guys. I've traveled the country, of course, boxing, and it's like I can go to almost any city or any major city, definitely almost any state in this country, and I will be taken care of because I got family everywhere, and it's all because of boxing. You know what I mean? So when y'all look at us and y'all expect all of the animosity and all of the bad blood between us, it's really no bad blood, and that's because we've known each other forever. I've known Luis since I was 16 years old, and a lot of the other guys grew up watching Gary Russell, grew up watching Terrence Crawford, grew up watching all those guys. Me and Adrian Bronner, we grew up in the same state fighting, you know what I mean? So known all those guys for a long time, and even though the animosity isn't there, that doesn't stop us from getting in the ring and doing what we have to do. You saw me get down with Errol Spence. You saw me get down with Keith Thurman. There's no true bad blood with any of us. Terrence Crawford, no bad blood with any of us. Danny Garcia, we just do what we have to do to entertain y'all, to provide for our families, and hopefully in the moment we're doing something legendary. You know what I mean? I want to, I don't know how long we've been on, but I want to keep this going. Hopefully until we can get, hopefully we can get Errol over here for a second. And I think that'll be it for us. I don't want to do Ugas simply because we have to have a translator. When I told his people, I said, win, lose, or draw, I want to get Ugas on my podcast after the fight. So he will be guest starring on the Porterweight podcast after this fight. I'm not saying this next week or the week after that, but we will definitely have Yordenis Ugas on the show when we can get something set up, have a good translator and all that kind of stuff. Don't want no hiccups, you know what I mean? So do the best we can to cover all bases at all times. Back to the question from Wolfie. Shawn, what's your opinion on what Oscar Valdez needs to do for his fight with Shakur Stevenson? If you study Shakur, you know that Shakur is a great defender and he's a great counterpuncher. The way you beat a counterpuncher is with pressure. You beat a counterpuncher with aggression. You beat a counterpuncher with combinations. But you can also beat a counterpuncher by making him be first. The thing about Shakur is he's a good leadoff hitter as well. You know what I mean? So I would advise Valdez to get to the body, stay close to Shakur, and don't let him breathe. Don't give him space to move. You give him space to operate, he's a surgeon. You know what I mean? So I think Valdez definitely has his hands full, and I think that if Valdez can apply some great aggression against Shakur, he can get Shakur, second guessing, and he can get Shakur, into a very competitive fight. I had to watch my words, what I say to y'all, man, because y'all go and tell people that I say things that I don't say. Boxing Wave, love the podcast, Shawn. Wish you gave us a couple more fights. Good luck. Yeah, everybody's saying that, man. I'm not going to front like I intend to come back. I don't. But I intend to do some things for the sport that I've done in the ring. I intend to do some things outside of the ring that are going to be very beneficial for the sport. So y'all just stay tuned. And for the time being, keep enjoying the podcast. Keep enjoying the commentary work. I've already announced that I'm trying to get an acting career off of the ground. I have an app and website being launched pretty soon. ABC, Amateur Boxing Champions. That's coming in 2 weeks. So y'all stick around for that. That is a app and a website geared towards exposing the amateur talent that we have in the U.S., and eventually it will be the amateur talent around the world. So y'all look out for that. That'll be launching in about 2 weeks. Cinemaniac said Ugas beats Spence in his opinion. I don't think that that's a crazy statement. I don't think that is a crazy notion to think that Ugas could pull this off. We've seen some good things from Ugas, of course, in his last fight. As Errol said, I agree with him. We didn't see the best Manny Pacquiao. You know what I mean? So was that the best Spence or was that the best Pacquiao? I think that was a very prepared Ugas, and I want to see him capitalize on that win. And, that starts Saturday against Errol Spence. The Porterweight Podcast. Why is Porter not wearing a cool suit? Because I'm staring at the sun. No suits today, but they're coming soon. They're coming soon. It actually filled up out here, man. As y'all know, boxing isn't at the top of everybody's list, so it's good to see everybody come out and support this, even though it's just an open workout, media workout. It's good to see everybody come and show up and show their support for the fighters, of course for Spence, of course for Ugas. Let's talk about the crowd on Saturday night. That's going to be a Spence crowd on Saturday night. I just can't see anybody rooting for Ugas down here. I know there's a big Latino following down here, but I think at this point, Spence, I think, has even the Latino fan base on his side. But nevertheless, I think the AT&T Stadium is going to be rocking on Saturday night. I am flirting with the idea of sitting at my seat and commentating the fight from my seat. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that. Of course, that will be live. And if y'all feel like it's something I should do, I might go for it. I was hoping Showtime would get me on this. It didn't work out. So I think the next best thing is to sit in my seat and say what I'm thinking out loud. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that. These comments go so fast, man. Let's see, Richard, what punch is important for Ugas to land, and what punch is important for Spence to land? Dang, I gotta answer it now, but I was trying to hold off for that until Friday when I dive even deeper into the X's and O's of this fight. But I think it's simple for Ugas. It's that I call it the island right hand. I call it island right hand because you only see the Cubans do it, and you only see the Dominican fighters. Those are really the only two fighters in the world you see throw this different angular right hand. Looks like an overhand, looks like a hook, and then sometimes it's kind of straight. You know what I mean? It's different. You really got to adjust to it. So I think that's the best punch for Ugas in this fight. And I think for Spence, I think it will be his jab. And off of his jab, it will be the hook to the head. His hook to the head is definitely a weapon. And against Ugas, who likes to use the shell defense, coming around those gloves, it's going to be pivotal for Spence. So I think that the hook is going to be very important for Spence. I am digging this. Let me see. Naruto will be in the building on Saturday. Appreciate the podcast and all I've learned about the game from you, Carson, Shawn, and Ant. That's what's up. Also, side note, but you got a radiant smile, my brother. Maintain it. Thank you, sir. I appreciate your comment. And man, them guys. I knew Shawn can do what he can do, but I think definitely over the last year and a half, Carson and both, you guys are showing that they know a little something about this boxing game, and I'm enjoying doing this podcast with them.
Action-packed right here at AT&T Stadium this weekend. Ray, I think we're about to give another glove. Are you ready? While the fans ready is the question. You guys ready for another round?
Why my brother know I'm on? Why he know I'm live and he called me, like he want me to answer the phone, and then he gonna text me like, "I see you made it to Dallas." What you calling me for? Just watch the show, Marcus. Just watch the show. Shout out to my brother Marcus. Telling me about Six Flags. We might have to make that happen. I am a roller coaster rider. They're giving out a glove. What else we got in these comments? What's up, sir? Good. I'm live. I'm live. You want to sit down for a second? Come on. Introduce yourself, sir. Turn him up.
What's up, everybody?
Marcos Villegas.
There we go. What's up, everybody? I'm Marcos Villegas, FightHype TV.
Oh, FightHype TV.
FightHype
FightHype TV.
Sean.
I don't watch your stuff. I don't know where you're at.
Oh, man, that breaks my heart.
Don't. I don't watch my stuff.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't. I hate watching me.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I don't watch you.
You
never. I gotta watch me.
Wait, not even your fights?
No.
No? Why?
I hate watching myself, man.
Wow. Wait. So when like the tape prep goes, you don't. That's your dad. That was your dad just watching the tape, and he would just.
I would watch my opponents. I wouldn't watch myself. It's all here.
Okay.
It's all here.
Yeah.
It's all here.
What's up, Sean? What do you think of this so far?
No, it's cool, man. The energy is great.
Yeah.
The love down here has been amazing for me, and I'm enjoying being down here doing this. This is the Porter Podcast Live. Welcome to the Porter Podcast.
What's up, man? Yeah, I love your podcast.
I don't know if you knew that, but
no, I knew that. I knew that.
Porter Podcast Live. My guys couldn't make it, so I'm just here doing the dolo.
Oh, solo, dang.
Yes,
Hard
sir.
Working. Hey, so when they were chanting one more fight.
That was cool. That was cool, man. It makes me feel good, man. They won't get it.
They won't get it?
No, they won't get it. But,
I've heard you say stuff that says.
Heard me say anything.
Yeah, that you said never say never.
Never, yeah, because you.
Well, that's leaving plausibility.
I shouldn't do that to you.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
I shouldn't do that.
Because you're making us think like, okay, maybe, if it's the right guy or.
I think Ant said he saw me do an interview one time. Can you turn me up a little bit? I think Ant he said he saw me do an interview one time talking about I might come back. He said I almost called you. My guys ain't going to let me come back.
No?
Yeah, nah.
What if it's like a crazy exhibition? That like it's like some weird, funny like event.
I gotta get right, man.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Hard for me. Right? It's been hard for me to stay in the gym.
Yeah.
Consistently. I made it yesterday and Monday and yesterday. Didn't make it today traveling, but I gotta get consistent in the gym. I gotta burn some pounds, man. Like I make joke of it and everything like that, but Shawn Zittel.
Yeah.
Had his wedding the other day. I was struggling to get dressed. Like I can't fit.
You can't fit in
I can't fit my suits.
Well, your suits were custom tailored when you were fighting, like dropping weight.
So it's like, do I cheat myself and just go get new custom-made suits that I can fit, or do I force myself to get back where I need to be?
Oh my God, I have that same problem. I have my fat clothes. The clothes that I know, because I always fluctuate 10 to 15 pounds.
Yeah.
Like regardless of how consistent I am with my workouts.
Yeah.
So right now I'm in my sort of skinny clothes, and I have my 10 to 15 pound
I thought I was the only
weight
one.
thing. Yeah, clothes like in the back. That's hilarious.
When I was boxing, I had the 147 section.
Yeah.
And that's where like I put every shirt that I knew I couldn't fit
Yeah.
until maybe 3 weeks away from a fight, and they stayed down there, and now I got suits that are in the 147
And
section.
it's like nice clothes too. It's like
nice.
I look at it and I'm like, God damn it, why can't I wear this?
They're nice.
Can I curse?
Yeah.
Am I cursing?
Hey,
No, a little. Okay.
Yeah.
PG. Yes.
I got kids that watch this, man.
What up, kids? Don't. That's bad. Well, Sean,
that's what really got me. Like I kind of was just doing a podcast and, hey, we're at home. Let's do it like we're at home.
Yeah.
And my dad said you need to stop cussing on the podcast. And I said,
hey, how is your pops, by the way?
My dad's good, man.
Yeah?
Thank you for asking. Yep.
Yeah.
I said I was cussing. He said, yeah, you cussing. And don't forget about your image.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
in that moment,
it's not good for YouTube either. That's a YouTube tip.
Well, and not soon after that, a kid that I know watches the podcast. Say, hey, enjoying the podcast. I said, yeah, let me definitely try to police myself a little more.
Let me pitch you something, Sean. Crazy event like in Japan, where they have like 30,000 people and it's you against like an MMA fighter.
Yeah.
Where like it's like more of like the spectacle of it. And they're paying you good money. Is that something you would do?
It's not, man. It's
no?
just I'm not interested in that. You know
At
what
all.
I mean?
You just the competitiveness is like completely gone.
No, it's not that the competitive is gone. The competitive nature is gone. That's still there.
Yeah.
My sons the other day, I got a 1.5-year-old. He's been running since he started walking, and he started walking before he was 1 year old. And then I got the 4-year-old. The 4-year-old treats the 1-year-old, 1.5-year-old, the way I treat the 4-year-old. So he bullies and he hits and he bites and he pushes and everything that I do to my 4-year-old, he does to his little brother. And the other day, he just grabbed something, like straight ganked it from the baby, and the baby fell on the floor and started crying. I said, Pooh Bear, stop crying. Get up and compete. I didn't, you know what I mean? And then I looked at my wife like, did I just say that? Like, that's how I am. You know what I mean? So I'm at a point where all the competition that I'm still competitive, and I want my kids to be just as competitive. You know.
So then, what is it?
What is it? I mean, definitely it's the
training camps,
the rigorous training.
Yeah.
It's definitely the fact that I'm ready for more new things in my life. You know what I mean?
Get bored of it too, right?
Not that I'm bored with boxing, but there's some things, and like I keep saying, I'm not blaming boxing, but there's some things that I put off for a long time for boxing, and I'm ready to pursue those things.
That's good, man. That's good to have, because I think a lot of fighters struggle with this second part of their careers, and like there's no structure in place for you guys to cope with life after boxing. But also, too, I feel, and I think I've mentioned this to you before, that your guys' identities are so tied up to your boxing careers that you guys feel lost when you retire.
Yeah. I could probably point out fighters who I think won't have a hard time after retirement. But most of those fighters you can see are interested in other things.
Yeah.
And that's how I've always been. I've always been interested in other things outside of boxing. And it was, I gave everything that I could to the sport. And then, once I saw that, hey, I'm getting towards the end of this. What else can I start doing now while I'm going? I got a sports life certification last spring, and when the broadcasting popped off in 2018, I was in heaven with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My first commentating gig was in 2016.
What was that for again?
That was I filled in.
FS1.
I filled in for that was on NBC.
Oh yeah.
I filled in for Tarver.
Yeah, that's right.
Tarver fought that night.
Yeah.
And this is a true story. I did it. I felt like I did amazing. It went very well. My first time out went very well. And I went back to my room and I'm laying on my bed and it's quiet and I'm just smiling and I'm giggling and I'm so happy about being able to do it. And I sat up really quickly, abruptly, like, I said, oh, shit. I said this out loud. I said, I can't do that anymore. I said, I love it. If I do that anymore, I'm not going to want to box anymore. And, of course, everyone that's kind of controlled my broadcasting to the point of my retirement, they controlled it as much as they could because they knew, like, hey, Shawn Porter is going to want to do this forever. And the more we give him, the more he's going to take and the more he's going to want to do.
But you know what? That's better for you in the long run, though, too,
100%.
Yeah. I'd rather, like, if I was, like, in your inner circle, I would tell you, like, no, Shawn, like, keep doing this. This is better. As a close friend, I would tell you, I'd rather see you do this than taking punches, regardless of if in your prime, if you could beat the guy. Like, I just don't want to see you take punches.
Yeah. I did not retire from boxing, quote unquote, prematurely or whatever others may think. I retired when I was ready to retire, but beyond that, I did not retire to commentate. I did not retire to do a podcast. It's just these things are things that I can do and I'm interested in and I'm doing it. I'm loving it.
Yeah, and the other thing, too, that you mentioned, and I think Andre Ward mentioned it in an interview, too, like, why can't I have, like, one more, like, in me? Yeah. And, like, I get it. Like, why can't I have enough where, like, that I'm fine, I'm okay. Like, I want to keep on my – it's okay to have, like, one more in me,
Yeah. Let me shout out real quick.
Yeah,
Sosa
go for
Smith.
Live chat right there. Sosa, what's up, man?
We got Blue Blood sending Porter half a dub. Trying to get through these real quick.
Yeah, you got to shout out your super chat.
Whoopty, don't wear that suit again, bro. Them shoes.
Which suit,
They're
though?
probably talking about the suit I wore to, the suit I wore to Zitel's wedding.
Oh, would you wear
it? It was a mess, man. True story. So I'm upstairs trying to get myself together, and I can't fit anything. Upon finding what I could fit, I mixed up the top and the bottom. So I showed up at the wedding with the wrong bottom to the wrong top.
Well, I thought you wore something gray though, right?
No, the top was a blackish gray and the bottom was a dark blue.
You can't tell in the dark.
Same pattern. It was embarrassing,
yeah,
man.
it was nighttime.
Same
Nighttime
pattern.
wedding, right?
And yeah, it was nighttime.
Yeah, you can't tell blue
until you take a picture and you turn on the flash. and I'm a man about mine.
Yeah.
So when I saw it, I'm sitting at the table like, damn, like I can't believe I just did this.
I saw a tweet too. You're supposed to do a podcast, and you're like, "Is that today?"
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was just being silly.
Okay.
I had fun with those guys.
Right.
Shout out to the boxing voice.
You remember that one time, Shawn, that they called you last minute to do that show because our announcers got COVID?
Yeah, man.
That was nuts,
Will I
dude.
just say what happened?
Yeah, well, that was like 2 years ago. So this was
did you hear the whole story?
From
my side?
No, I know that Lennox and Joe were having hamburgers together. And then the next day, that morning, they tested positive.
Yeah.
And then
I believe
I showed up at 1:30, and I remember I asked, "Where the heck is everybody?" And no one would say anything to me. And I'm like, I knew already, like, oh my God, someone got COVID.
Yeah.
And then I went to the producers, and I'm like, what happened? They're like, oh yeah, they're not gonna make it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, what happened? He's like, they don't want to say anything. So I had to go to one of the producers. You know him really well. I'm not gonna say his name.
Okay.
But he told me, like, yeah, man, they tested positive. And I was like, well, who the heck is going to announce? And he's like, I think we got Shawn on a plane right now. I'm not sure.
That's how it went. My wife and I and my son at that point in time, did we have both? No, we only had the one at that point in time, I believe. And we went out to get breakfast, went across the city to a restaurant that we wanted, and pulling through to get the food. And I got a call. After we had gotten the food, I was getting on the highway, got the call, and I'm not gonna say who called me, but I was like, oh shit,
it's someone that you have to take the call.
You got to take the call.
You got to take his call.
I was excited.
You know, on a side note, you know, like how powerful you got to be that, you know, like, nah, like whenever I call you, you have to pick up.
Yeah.
Me, I call someone that's always like, they don't pick up, you know, or like they don't respond to a text. But that guy, he never has the experience of getting ghosted or like
and I
ignored.
I get goofy in big moments. Because they're not big to me. So I get goofy and I make them bigger than they are. So I said, oh my God, should I answer it? And my wife said, yeah, pick it up. I answered the phone, and the call was, hey, real bland. Hey, what are you up to, buddy? How's everything? I said, I'm good. Just got breakfast with my family, you know, so on and so forth. He said, you got anything going on today? I said, no, man, you know, just a family day. He said, we got an emergency. Do you think you can make it to L.A.? He's on the speaker. Wife's looking at her. She says, I said, yeah, how soon do you need me? Can you get on the next flight? I said, when's the next flight? The next flight's in 1 hour. I said, yeah, no problem.
Wow.
I went home, went back to the airport, and just missed that flight. I mean, I'm at the gate begging the guy to let me on the flight. He wouldn't let me on. I called. I said, I missed the flight.
No, don't tell me they pulled the private jet.
I said, is there anything left?
They pulled the private jet?
They said it's okay, we'll get you on the next one. The flight that they had me coming in on, I'd get there 2 hours early. I'd been there in time for rehearsal. So on and so forth. She said, let me make sure that I can get you on this flight. This one would get me in the city right as
I remember that.
Whatever was on before.
No, you actually made it before.
Whatever was on before us, it would be coming to its end.
I think you made it like 10 minutes or 15 minutes before you
landed early.
You landed early?
I landed early. Jumped in the car, came right on over. And you remember I was walking in, putting on my tie.
Yeah, I remember
because as I was getting to the table,
I remember
you were
that.
going live.
Yeah.
And it ended up being a great night for me and for Fox and all that. And everybody's after the fight. They're like, man, you did so good.
Yeah,
and you came in last minute. We're so grateful, so on and so forth. I said, just don't forget that I love this. So whenever you need me, I'm ready. You know what I mean? So I felt like in that moment I really proved myself. You know what I mean? And it was a lot of fun.
We were joking around that it was going to just be Kenny and Heidi calling the fight.
Oh, yep. They were talking. They were saying that they could do it, but they did not want it to be just Kenny and Heidi.
The unnamed man that called you on the phone, isn't his voice a little deeper?
No, this
It's
ain't
like
who you
that-
think
really?
it is. Yeah,
No,
it
it's
ain't
not.
who you
It's
think
not
it
who.
is.
Okay, but you know who I'm referring to now, right?
Yes.
That unnamed person that shall be
Yes.
remain unnamed.
Let me make sure I get all these in.
Yeah, get your super chats in.
Shawn, who punches harder, Errol or Terrence?
Ooh, that's a good one.
It's a tough one.
You would think the bigger guy, but I just saw Terrence freaking deadlift like 325, like nothing.
I always tell people when you don't feel it in the moment.
Yeah.
You know, but if anybody go back and watch those 2 fights, whichever you felt had the most effect on me, that's more than likely who hits harder.
Terrence then?
Hey.
Yeah. You know, Terrence has, like, okay, people, maybe some
Sosa
people know.
Smith, he said, I know you come back for a Floyd fight.
Would you come back for a Floyd fight?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
That's a lot of money, Shawn.
I'm not fronting.
Yeah.
Like I'm working on some big things.
Yeah.
And when they happen, everybody will say, okay, we get it. So.
Nah, but come on, everybody would say yes to a Floyd
Everybody
fight. That's
would.
easy money.
Everybody would.
Yeah.
Everybody would.
But not you.
Not me.
Not you. Really? If he were to, a contract were to be to present it to you.
When I turned pro, when I turned pro, wasn't the conversation I had with my dad, I want to become a world champion. That was not the conversation.
No?
The conversation was, turn me up a little bit. The conversation was, I'm ready to make money. I'm ready to have a better life than we have now.
Yeah.
And then from there it became people saying, oh, you're going to be a world champion someday. And it was, oh, okay. Let me go for that. You know what I mean? So becoming the world, I'm not saying it was an accident. I'm just saying that the goals that I set before myself, once I realized that having a fight with Floyd wasn't realistic, I let go of it. Having a fight with Manny wasn't realistic, I let go of it. You know what I mean? So while everybody else is after the biggest names and the most money, I was after the biggest names and the most money. I got those biggest names and I got the most money I could from what was presented to me. Now you're telling me I'm going to retire and in 3 years or in 2 years or in 1 year, Floyd's going to magically want to fight me? That's not going to happen. And if it has, and if it does, where am I at that point in time? Is that something that I want to entertain now? More than likely it's not.
There's not a part of you that thinks, nah, I've always wanted to see how I would match up with him. Like, no, I just want to see for me, to see like what could have happened, like how my skills match up with him.
I think I did it in real life against everybody that I did it against.
Yeah.
You know? For me, it wasn't Floyd for me, you know? Of course, there was a time where I was campaigning to fight Floyd, and Keith was campaigning to fight Floyd, and Berto was campaigning to fight Floyd, and a few other guys, and we weren't given those shots.
Isn't that crazy that Berto ended up getting the 49th fight? And didn't you had already fought Berto at that point, didn't you?
That was I fought Berto after he fought Floyd. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's right. That's just crazy. That took everybody. I remember I was there when he announced the fight. It was a group of us.
And the bottom line is I'm ready to make money a different way.
Yeah.
You know, I mean I can't. I'll be honest with you. Like there's some nice areas where I'm from in Ohio, and I've driven through those areas and looked at those houses. Like, what are these people doing to have these houses? They're not getting punched.
Yeah.
And when you start having those thoughts, it's time for you to start making your exit. Yeah, you know what I mean?
You know, I remember looking at the amateurs in my boxing gym when I first learned how to box, and I remember the coach there that taught me how to box, and he just taught me like the basics. But I remember he told me like, because I was asking like, hey, like why are these guys doing it? Like, well, how much does a pro make in their first fight, whatever? And he told me like, do you have a degree? And I'm like, yeah, I have 2. And he's like, there's a lot easier ways to make a living. Like, you're very smart, Marcos. Like, don't even entertain the thought of doing something like that. And then the more I was around the pros at the gym, I thought like, oh my goodness, like they're getting punched in the head for like this for 8,000, 7,500. I'm like, there's easier ways to make money.
And I'm not knocking boxing.
No, they're doing it for the love of it, but it's an extremely hard way to make a living.
At this level, at the pay-per-view level, at the main event level, that's not for everybody.
It's not.
You know what I mean?
No.
And every fighter that turns pro, they have those aspirations, those goals, that the want to get there. not understanding that they may not. And
You
what
know,
do you do if you don't get there? You know
I've
what I mean?
always wanted to talk to those guys.
Let
the
me
guys,
shout out real quick because he said Sosa Smith said that Al Heyman call was not AH.
AH. You have initials for him.
Yeah, I got
AH.
initials. Still classic. Porter walking in on Danny in the ring. I got to bring that back, man.
Oh, bro, I got yelled at when you did that. Do you know that?
Did you?
Because you did that, and I ran up to you, and the Showtime people yanked me and said, "You can't do that. We're still live on the air. Get Shawn in the back." And they went freaking crazy on me. And I
Hey.
got you in the back.
Hey, it is what it is. Hey, Marcos, I appreciate your time, my man.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I
Thank
got,
you guys.
I got Mr.
Appreciate it.
Josesito Lopez. What's up, big dog? How you doing? How you feeling, man?
Great.
Good to see you, man. Come on, man. Have a seat real quick.
Thanks, man.
Put the headphones on. Carson A. Merk gave me a fantastic tip. I should introduce my guest, Josesito Lopez. Welcome to the Porterweight Podcast.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me.
You got to get closer to this. Thanks for coming through, man.
Oh no, thank you.
How you
for having
feeling?
me. I'm feeling great, man. I'm feeling really good. Just ready to get this going.
Everybody's expecting a bang out.
Oh yeah. No, I'm expecting the same.
You don't give a damn. Like, that's just is what it is.
Oh, I mean, that's what I love. Right?
Yeah.
That's really what brings out the best in me.
Yeah.
So, I can't wait Saturday night.
Do you ever, or have you ever thought that maybe I should fight this fight differently?
You know what? Throughout the last couple of years, I've fought a little different. I've approached fights a little different. I'm a little, I would say, smarter inside the ring. Overall, I've seen so many different styles that, I know how to put, my bravery aside, and fight the right fight.
Yeah. At this point, what are you looking at doing?
Really, like most boxers, I want to fight the best.
Yeah.
I want to fight the best.
Yeah.
I would love a title fight.
Yeah.
But they put this guy in front of me, and he's a good fighter.
Yeah.
I got to show out on Saturday
Yeah.
and demonstrate that I'm a world title contender and fight the best.
Because the reason why I asked you that is because I got to a point where I was like, hey, if it's not these three guys, I'm not fighting. You know what I mean? And I feel like win this fight, and it could be a situation where they may want to put the winner of Butaev and Stanionis in front of you. Are you opposed to that? Are you, hey, I want a title shot or nothing, or you going the biggest that's out there, the best that's out there?
I'm going for a title shot.
Yeah.
I'm getting a title shot.
Yeah.
And first things first, Saturday night, everything goes out well. I'm going to get a title shot on my next fight.
When you fight, do you think that you have to make it entertaining, or it just ends up being entertaining?
No, that's just the way I fight, man. It just happens to be the type of fight that people like.
I tell people you can't teach entertainment.
No,
at least not the way that you did it, the way that I used to do it. You can't teach that. You know what I mean?
No. I mean, thankfully and lucky enough, people love our fighting style. We're entertaining.
Have you ever thought to yourself, like, I got to be entertaining tonight?
No,
Never thought that, right?
Not one time has it crossed my mind.
Me neither.
Never.
It's just we got it in us. You know what I mean? Like, it's like when we strap up, we know what we're about to get ourselves into, and it just translates into entertainment for everybody else.
No, I fight. I leave it all out there, and that just happens to be entertaining to everybody. But that's I just fight.
What do you love most about the game?
The love. The love, all the hard work that you put in until fight night, until the fight is over. You know why you do this. Yeah. There comes at points in training and in your life in general, you think like, wow, why am I doing this? This is hard. It's tearing up my body. This is really hard work. I can just go out, be eating whatever I want.
That's overrated, man.
But
it's overrated.
It is.
I've been doing that for 2 months. It's overrated.
I have a little fun with food after a fight, but it is overrated.
Yeah.
But the love that I have from fans, especially out here in Texas, I get a lot of support and love from Texas fans. So if I'm not fighting at home, I love fighting in Texas.
How many fights is this now for you down here in Texas?
Here in this area, it's been 2. I fought in El Paso once, but every time I've come out here to Texas, man, I can feel the love, the support.
You got a favorite city to fight in?
Not necessarily, man. It's just wherever the ring is at, man.
I feel like here in Dallas, and I've been to San Antonio one time. The first time I went to San Antonio, it was Adrian Bronner versus Maidana. Okay. And that was my first time down there. Everybody's like, this is a fight town. You'll see. We're going to show you how fights are really done. And, I mean, just electric from beginning to end. Of course, that main event fight was electric from beginning to end. And it seems like every time I've come to Texas, that the electricity is amped up all the way to the max.
I would say here in Dallas is probably one of the most electric venues, the most electric fan base that you could find here.
Yeah. And so win this fight Saturday night. Do we see you again in the ring this year? Or are you just waiting on other guys to have fights, see how things shake out?
I should be fighting later on this year, but first things first. Saturday night, I'm super focused laser focused on this fight.
Yeah.
And I gotta not only win but look good winning.
What are you expecting from your opponent?
A tough fighter. He's good. He comes to fight, so it's going to be fireworks, man. It's going to be action. This is the type of fight that I love.
Yeah, I love it too, man. Congratulations on everything.
Thank you, brother.
I'll see you later, all right? Man. Thank you, man.
Enjoy yourself.
Thank you, man. Thank you. See you later.
Thanks, brother.
You got it. Thank you. You ain't getting no here. What's up? Sounds like Spence's hair. I don't know.
Showtime.
I don't know for sure, but it sounds like Spence's hair.
Showtime, Shawn Porter, and dude.
Get yourself in it too. Here you go.
Hey, you that dude, bro.
Thank you, man. All right, let me get to these chats right quick. I don't want to fail y'all. Sweet 87 MX. Thumbs up. Appreciate you, big dog. Y'all be in here arguing too. I can't keep up with all that. Y'all be going back and forth. Y'all need to be talking to me. Y'all be arguing, going back and forth. Oh, straight? Yep.
It's okay. Come on, he's busy. Hey, man, you the champ, bro.
Thank you, man.
Only way AB gonna come back is if we get Kenny Porter.
Oh,
That's
man.
the only way. I know he coming back, but he need Kenny Porter, though, man.
That would be cool. I like to see how that works out.
He needs somebody different.
Carson, you hear that?
Carson, my man.
Yeah. They said if AB come back, he need to come back with Kenny Porter.
That's the only way he gonna come back and be like really throwing them punches, man.
Appreciate it, big dog. Okay. Yup. How you doing? Yeah, look just like y'all. Thank you, man. Thank you. Only way AB come back and throw them hands is if he with Kenny Porter. What's up with it? Yup. No gang signs. No gang signs. I don't know what that is. I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you. I'm live. You gonna show me, you gonna show them. All right, bet.
I just came from a fight.
Okay. What's your weight?
Heavyweight.
Oh yeah, that's what I figured. How old are you?
I just turned 20.
Okay, 20. You young. What's your record?
I comeback. I was out for 8 months. I threw out my shoulder.
Oh man.
Yeah.
What's your name, big dog?
Tristan Calcru. They call me Sweet Tea.
Tristan Calcru?
Calcru, yes sir.
Calcru?
Calcru.
Calcru.
Like baby.
Yeah, Calcru. Okay.
I'm saying, man, you're an inspiration, bro.
Tristan Calcru. Look out for the heavyweight. Young kid right there. Appreciate it, man. Shawn taking the show on the road. You love to see it. That's from the coach's corner. We are 100% a road show now. We got the equipment. We got everything we need. Got my man DDA doing his stuff. Thizzle, appreciate you, big dog. And we'll announce to y'all the next time we end up going on the road. We just got invited by the Canastota Boxing Hall of Fame to come out there. And well, actually, I was invited, and then I said, "Hey, can I bring the podcast?" And they said, "Sure, we would love it." So we'll be out in Canastota. I think that's the first weekend of June. June, I believe that's the 7th through the 9th, out in Canastota, and we'll be doing some live things there, hanging with the Hall of Famers. So y'all stay tuned for that. We got a treat for y'all this week too. So we're planning on getting into a barbershop with Bay. Hollywood Bay supposed to take us to a barbershop. I believe we're gonna do that tomorrow. I'll let y'all know what's going on. We live all week right here in Dallas. Happy to be here. Happy to bring this to y'all, and happy to be working right now. I love this. See, that just get disrespectful sometimes. Hey, if you're gonna sit down, you gotta say something. No, if you're gonna sit down, you gotta say something. You gonna say something? Nah. I got you. Yep. Got it. Hand me my bag right there. Hey, how long we on? I wanna do 2. Yeah, I wanna go out and 2. I don't know if we'll get Errol. Gamboa just got in the ring. Got one?
Hey, thank you so much, man.
You ever leave home without one? What you doing, man? You bothering me. You box? You box? How's it going?
Hey, man, I appreciate that so much.
My pleasure, man. My pleasure.
It's going good.
Going good?
I got
Good.
Instagram.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it, man.
Hey, got a photo, brother?
Yep.
Thanks, man.
You're not getting on here. Get out of here. He been standing over there quiet this whole time. He done finally loosened up. I mean, now he want to act out, act like he ain't got no sense. Yo, what up? You live, baby? Huh? I'm live. Yeah, at the public workout. I love being live. What'd you say? Yeah. You'll be here when? Friday? Oh, you be here tomorrow? Come get with me tomorrow. Shawn Zittel will be here live with the Porter Way podcast. We'll have another member of the Porter Way right here representing for everybody that ain't here. Carson and 2 T's. Huh? Yeah, I'm holding it down the best I can. I think everybody watching enjoying it. We gonna do it. We live all week, so yep. One time. Shout out again to the guy, Shawn Zittel, just got married. Beautiful wedding, beautiful wife, beautiful son, beautiful life. It's all good out there in Vegas. Let me get back to these chats real quick. I'm going to stay on just a little while longer. We got the young kid coming at us. What up, big dog? How you doing, man? Good. Throw these on. I'll cut that for you. Yup. Announce yourself, my man.
My name is Ray Valenzuela.
Jose Valenzuela.
Yes, sir.
How you feeling, man?
I feel good, man. Weight is good. I'll do the weight cut tomorrow and be ready for Saturday.
Yep, that's it. I think I have commentated you one time. I did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, on FS1.
Bakersfield.
Yeah, oh yeah, in Bakersfield, yep. Hard hitting, sharp. If you haven't heard my critiques or anything that I've had to say about you, I would love to see more defense.
Yeah.
You're growing in the sport, and I think the thing should be just to improve every time out. You know what I mean? What are you expecting Saturday night?
I expect a war. Bandido, he's a hell of a fighter. He's tough. He's rugged. I don't think I'm not taking him as an easy fight because we saw him give Pitbull 9 months ago a hell of a fight. Pitbull's a great fighter, and Pitbull couldn't stop him. So.
Describe your style for anybody that hasn't seen you fight.
I feel like I'm an aggressive but precise boxer. I like to bang. I got a jab as well.
Yeah.
I'm an excited fighter.
Your last fight was on was that Errol? Not Errol. Was that the Pacquiao undercard?
No. I fought again. My last fight was Austin Delay in December.
Oh yeah. You fought Delay.
Yeah.
You fought Delay. Yeah. You dropped him a couple of times.
Yeah, I dropped him like 3-4 times.
Yeah.
3 times in the first round. It was a good fight. The referee stopped it, or the doctor stopped it in the fourth round.
Is the game going the way you expected to so far? The pro ranks.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I've been extremely patient. Finally getting a good look by the media and all the fans. I'm excited just to make the best out of it.
You enjoying this?
Oh yeah, I love it, man.
Yeah. Now every fighter loves this.
No,
I love this.
I love this, man. This is fun. This is what I live for. What I dreamed about my whole life. As a kid, sitting here with you, man, doing these podcasts. So this is a dream come true.
You were on the Pacquiao Ugas card.
Yeah.
I think is that the biggest card you've been on till this fight?
I fought also fought on Mikey Garcia and Spence and Mikey Garcia here at Dallas. Third.
What's that? Oh, third fight.
I was like,
man, that had to be really early on.
But it was after all the fans were gone, it was a swing bout, so I didn't. Yeah.
To my point, like you fought in front of a couple people.
Yeah.
Down in Vegas when you fought on that.
No. The most people I fought was my last fight, Austin Delay.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, this is different from. You're not gonna get this every fight out.
No, definitely
but because of this card, you get the open workout. You get fans everywhere, people that don't know you, people that know you. Everybody wants a picture and all that kind of stuff. Is this what you imagine?
Yeah, I'm a fan of the sport, so I know what these big fights bring.
Yeah.
I followed you, I follow Spence. I see it. David Benavidez. I get to see behind the closed doors all what he does. So I think I'm a little prepared for it.
Yeah. So. The fight you got ahead of you Saturday night, how do you expect that fight to go?
With Bandido or these guys?
Yeah. No, for you.
I think it's gonna be a good tough round with the experience. I put myself in his shoes and I'm like, how would I fight a fighter like myself? And I think his age plays a factor, so I would be patient. If I was him, I would want me to punch out, and stuff like that. So I'm gonna definitely be feinting. I'm gonna be a little patient, stabbing the body.
I don't know if I've ever thought if I was this guy, what would I do to me? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a good way to think about it.
You really kind of bring another angle to it.
I've always been like, okay, he's gonna do this, he's gonna do that. I'm expecting him to do this and do that. I never say, all right, if I was fighting me, what would I do to me?
Not just that. So with each performance I do, I kind of okay, so this guy watched my last performance.
Right.
So he's gonna think I'm gonna fight like this, or I'm gonna bring this kind of style. And I try to tighten up.
Let me speak to your power real quick, because you do got a lot of power in both hands. You can hear it. I was way up top and could hear it when you fought on that undercard with Pacquiao and Ugas. What are you doing for your power? Are you doing any strength and conditioning?
Yeah, I got my guy right here, Chris Danina. He works with a lot of Seahawks players. He's from out from Seattle. He's working with me and David. A lot of great stuff, you know, and I can't wait to go out there.
You're Kansas in Seattle.
I'm from Seattle.
Oh, I didn't know you were from Seattle.
I live out there, but I'm from Mexico, but I grew up my whole life in Seattle. Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. And but now we're having our training camp in San Diego.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like the family kind of been bouncing around a little bit, trying to find where they want to be. They taking you with them, huh?
We had you know, David took me in, like, basically adopted me, him and his dad, when I was like 17, 18 years old. You know, and they gave me the opportunity of a lifetime, and I'm just trying to make the best out of it.
You are, man. You're doing a great job.
Thank you, man.
You're doing a great job, man. Stay focused. Like I said, man, if I had anything, I would say, man, just work on the defense, get a little more intuitive, and be more responsible after you throw, that something's coming back. You know what I mean?
I get a little bloodthirsty sometimes, you know. And
it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yep.
Especially when you know what can happen if I don't stop.
Exactly.
Anybody that saw me box and you said, man, he keeps going, it's because I always knew what could happen if I didn't stop. You know what I mean? So don't stop.
You had a very good style yourself, man.
Thank you, man.
People think I think people think you were all just a rugged fighter, but you have some bounce in your legs.
Oh, yeah.
You would move around and then come real strategic.
Yeah,
So.
I think you gotta go look at my whole inventory to know what I really have.
Definitely.
God bless you on Saturday, man. Good luck to you. I'll have you back on the podcast after.
Definitely.
All right, big dog.
Thank you.
Later. What up, big dog? Good, man. How you? Good to see you. Can you see me? Oh, my fault. How long we got? If y'all hate me for not reading every message, I'm sorry. I'm a slow reader. I mentioned the other day, it was a joke, but I'm self-diagnosed dyslexic. So sometimes it really does get hard for me to read sometimes. That's so funny. They got people in the way of the camera. The guy's in the way. Move him. So yeah, it gets kind of hard for me to read all of this. But sorry if I missed you. I'll be live again tomorrow. I'll be live again Friday, and I'm pretty sure I'll be live again on Saturday night. So y'all stay tuned to the Porterweight podcast. Are we at 2 hours yet? Okay, we at 1.5. So I'm gonna try to hang in there with y'all. Hopefully y'all hanging in there with me. Shawn, how would you fight yourself? How would I fight myself? I can say it now because I don't box no more, but guys that knew how to use their reach against me were the only guys that had true success against me, mostly as an amateur, but even as a pro. If you were tall and rangy but didn't know how to use it, I got my way against you. I would say the way that I would fight me, I would box from the outside, and I would counterpunch, and I would move, and that's pretty much how I would fight me. I know that the taller, rangier guys that knew how to use their reach were the only guys that could really have like that guy won that night. You know what I mean? It was the tall, rangy guys. So that's how I would box me. I would use the ring. I would use the jab. Shout out to Carson Merk. I'm describing his perfect fighter right now. Carson Merk's perfect fighter would fight me. Would beat me, fighting using the ring and using the range and using the jab. Canelo is scared of Charlo. Let me speak to it real quick. I don't think there's very many fighters out there that are scared to get in the ring with other people. I think that when it comes to risk to reward, I think then you have to ask Canelo, why won't you get in the ring with Charlo? And he looks at the risk to the reward. He knows that he's bringing all, or for the sake of words, he brings more eyes to the ring, to the tube, to the arena. He knows that the money is going to be because of him, and taking that risk that he might lose, he don't think it's worth it. So I don't think it's so much that he's afraid. I think that he's just, at this point, he's business savvy too, and he know that the business for him to fight Charlo isn't there for it the same way that it is for him to fight other guys. Champ, come to Oak Cliff. We love you. Shout out to Mr. 357UM. Shout out to you. Appreciate the love and the respect. Andre would have his way with Canelo. I do think that it is a great stylistic fight. It will work in the favor of Andre, but that's 12 rounds of pressure. So, you know, I'm behind my guy 100%, Andre, but that is not an easy fight for Andre.
Arena when he fought against Gervonta Davis, and that fight was ridiculous. And I can only imagine what it's going to be like on Saturday when he looks to get back in the win column as he takes on Yordenis Ugas.
It's going to be a good show. Boxing fans, make some noise one more time.
Shout out to Chino Figueroa. Shawn, if you had a chance at a rematch, who would you fight? Now it's Terrence Crawford. If I was gonna fight again, if I was gonna rematch anybody, it would be Terrence Crawford. Still got a bad taste in my mouth. TC is what it is. I'm good, sir. How are you? Yes, sir. Good. What up, man? You a ball player? I need to be a ball player. My man shook his hand, and his hand went. Good to meet you, big dog. I need 2 hands for him. Yeah. Good luck with everything, all right? Yes, sir. Good to meet you, sir. Yep. She want to.
And Errol Spence Jr. looks to be more ferocious, more focused than I've ever seen.
Oh, Lord. Shawn, pretend they were the same size and both in their prime. Pacquiao or Tyson, who wins?
I'm one of your number 1 fans.
Why did you take this fight against Ugas?
Thank you.
We watched your fight last weekend.
Yeah?
This weekend.
No,
When was it?
Oh, my fight was in November. Oh, you rewatched it. Oh, thank you. Yep. I can't stand, so yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Ugas and Errol Spence Jr. Baby, they're throwback fighters. Everyone wants to talk about the old school, the old school, the old school. Well, the old school is right now because you have Yordenis Ugas and Errol Spence Jr. colliding for all the marbles.
Will it go the distance?
It all depends. I don't know. But all I got to tell you is that it is going to be a fight for the ages.
Boxing fans, make some noise one more time.
Well, listen, when it comes to looking at, obviously we know what Errol Spence is all about. Fantastic fighter, undefeated, one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. But on the opposite side, with Yordenis Ugas, The one thing I look about him is that he's very tricky, but also with Cuban fighters and Mr. Ugas Sr., maybe you can, nod your head, but I think that Ugas is one of the more aggressive fighters that we've seen of Cuban lineage, and that's what makes him that much more dangerous. Did he said 100% correct? 100%. Legend in himself, Louis DeCuba Sr. And I gotta tell you, baby, Yordenis Ugas is gonna come trying to bring the fight to Errol Spence, and Errol Spence is saying, this is the third time I'm the only guy to main event as a prize fighter at AT&T Stadium. He is looking to defend his home turf.
Absolutely. What other place than the home of the Dallas Cowboys? Any Cowboy fans in the building?
The weigh-in on Friday is going to be just sheer pandemonium, baby. 11 o'clock local time when the guys will step on the scales. I feel the energy, the buzz. If you don't have tickets, SeatGeek.com. If you're joining us around the country, Showtime pay-per-view. Order it now. This is going to be a fantastic night of boxing, and you do not want to miss one round of the action.
You know what? I'm gonna wait. So like he turned me down. Turn me up. I've been saying that I wanted to get Bebe to come over here and come on the podcast. He is actually the one that linked me with the barbershop that I'm going to. I think we're going to do that Friday. So Friday, I'll have Bebe on along with everybody else at the barbershop. Barbershop to be determined. He got all the information. He just ain't gave it to me yet. But we will be live in the barbershop. This is something that I'm going to do. Whenever the podcast goes on the road, we're going to find a barbershop to jump into and stream live and hang out. Whatever gym, or excuse me, whatever they're talking about me. Whatever barbershop we figure out is worth us going to, that's where we'll be at. So whenever y'all hear that the Porterweight podcast is going to your city near you, let us know. Shout out to barbershop, and we may end up there.
And ready to make a statement to try to capture Ugas' WBA welterweight championship of the world. 3 world titles on the line on Saturday night. The WBA, WBC, and IBF welterweight champion of the world. We will continue with our media workouts here at Texas Live on the Showtime Sports YouTube page.
Mr. De La Cruz 559. Shawn, you fought everybody. With that said, who didn't you get to fight that you wish you did? It's actually Timothy Bradley. I'm good, I'm on. I see what you're doing now. I'm picking up on your rhythm. It's actually Timothy Bradley. I'm a big fan of Tim. I remember when I watched Tim beat Devin Alexander, and my dad had a lot to say about that after the fight. You know, Tim, I'll never forget, Tim was like, bring me my belts. Where my belt at? Where my belt at? Bring me my belt. And my dad admired Tim's mentality. He admired his persona in that moment. And he said, that's how it's done. That's how you fight, and that's how you take a belt. And that always stuck with me. I don't even remember what year that was, but that stuck with me. And then a while later, he just kind of, it was before he fought Alexander Provodnikov. I was like, man, if I could get in the ring with Tim, that would be a great fight. Then he has the fight with Provodnikov, and you know, we know the history from that point on. And you know, while I let go of ever fighting Tim, I've always remained a fan of his, and I've always said if it was one guy I could fight, it would be Tim Bradley. Shout out to Tim. And anybody, if you know Tim, tell Tim that he needs to text me back. He ain't text me. He needs to text me back. I gotta get through the arguing. How was Shawn fight Pac-Man? We sparred a ton, and I did a lot against him. I challenged him, of course, taking the sparring sessions to him, aggressive, of course. But then there were also moments where I challenged him and forced him to punch first. Manny's a counterpuncher by nature. He can punch first in combination, of course, but his thing was a little step back and he'd return fire. The difference with Manny, what made him so successful, he wasn't a one-punch counterpuncher. He would counterpunch with multiple combinations, change the angle, then come right back again. That's what made him so special. So I would challenge Manny. There would be rounds where I would take the fight to him, and rounds I would make him punch first. If you watch the fight with Ugas, that's what Ugas did. Ugas controlled the range and the distance against Manny, and then there were moments where he didn't allow Manny to figure out whether he was going to counter or he was going to punch first. And I thought Ugas did a really good job against Manny Pacquiao. Sheldon Elderly, come back. Not happening. Shannon Rue, love from Ohio. From Ethan and Shannon. Shout out to Ohio. OHIO. Lay low. Damn, Sean, you fought last week. I was like, man, I hate when somebody mix me up with somebody else. But she said that she was rewatching my fight. And I love when people, they say that they're rewatching my fights, and it's just as exciting as the first time they watched them. It's humbling. Mr. De La Cruz 559, Sean, you have the best boxing podcast, bar none. Shout out to all the Porterway podcast crew. Yeah, shout out to them bums at home. I wonder if they watching. Showing a lot of love, Mr. Porter. I hope those fans appreciate it. They definitely do. Tea time. They definitely do. And my pleasure to do it. We actually did not do a prediction on Fury versus White, Stanley Burke. I think we got time to do that. I think we can get that in this weekend. Hey, while I'm at it, I'm going to make sure I do this tomorrow and every day after. We will be doing our first show at Blue Wire Studios at the Wynn Hotel Casino this Sunday. We've just signed a deal with the Blue Wire, and we are doing our show live this Sunday, I believe 1:30 p.m. Pacific time. I'll be back tomorrow with more specifics in the days leading to with the specifics. But make sure y'all check out the Porterway Podcast live Sunday, Blue Wire Studios at the Wynn Hotel and Casino. We just signed a great deal with the Blue Wire platform. We're proud to be partners with them. And shout out to everybody over there at Blue Wire. Christopher Burton, what's up, champ? You good, big dog? Yes, sir, I am. Thank you for asking. Antonio McMillan, or McMillian, excuse me. Is that million or McMillian? I told y'all, I don't get them all right. MFP TV, he says, is EJ the most technically sound fighter in boxing? In boxing, yeah. He's I would say he's the most technical fighter I've been in the ring with. And he's definitely one of the most technical fighters in boxing right now. I'm trying to think of who else are very technically sound. Of course, Canelo Alvarez is very technically sound. I'm trying to think of who else. The Charlo brothers are very technical. Texas. I'm trying to think of who else. I can't think of anybody else right off the top. Keep going through these chats a little while longer. Super chat. Thank you for the super chat, Antonio McMillian. I think. MFPTV. And if you laughing at me for getting that name wrong, it's all right. I don't even care. I do hate when I mix up people's names. So if I did mess that name up, please excuse me. MacArthur Carter, champ, I admire you and your dad. Thank you very much. I'm gonna be honest about this one right here. Richard Brown, Shawn, will you come back for a big fight in the UK versus Conor Benn? At one point in time, this was, I think this had to be right after. This was right after Formella. I was like, man, if I could get a fight with Conor Benn in the UK, I'll do that. And remind you guys that at this point, it was TC or nothing. And I was like, the only exception is Conor Benn in the UK. I'm assuming Errol Spence has shown up because got a lot of commotion over there. So I'm always, when I see a lot of commotion, I'm hoping it's not a fight. It always looks so bad for boxing when we got fights in the stands and stuff like that. I was very happy that that Coach Cunningham didn't get into anything after his fight with they're talking about me again.
Also, we want to bring up, ladies and gentlemen, with a record of 27 wins, 4 defeats, 12 wins coming by way of knockout, the Olympic bronze medalist, originally from Santiago, Cuba, now training in Las Vegas. He's the reigning, defending WBA welterweight champion of the world. Please welcome Yordenis Ugas. Yordenis, it is great to see you. 3 days away until you collide against Errol Spence Jr. at AT&T Stadium behind me on Showtime pay-per-view. What's going through your mind?
Este estadio acá atrás faltan 3 días nada más para que sea tu pelea frente a los ojos del mundo en un estadio enorme. ¿Cómo te sentís?
Emocionado de estar aquí en Dallas, delante de una gran afición, de una gran la pelea que cualquier peleador sueña. Y estoy feliz de estar aquí listo para el sábado.
So excited. This is a dream come true. It's what every fighter dreams of. So how can I not be excited to be in front of you people in this great city and ready to achieve my dreams in Saturday night?
Now, there are great fight fans here in Texas, but it's no secret that they're probably not going to be on your side. What is it like coming into quote-unquote enemy territory and Errol Spence's backyard that is AT&T Stadium?
¿Cómo se siente estar, digamos, detrás de líneas enemigas en la casa de tu oponente aquí en Dallas y decir, bueno, yo vengo a ganar? ¿Cómo te sentís con esa sensación?
Soy un competidor, estoy compitiendo a los 6 años, he ido a todas partes a pelear, siempre peleo bien, siempre doy lo mejor de mí y el sábado no va a ser igual, voy a dar lo mejor de mí y estoy emocionado de pelear delante de una gran afición.
I'm a warrior. I have fought since I was 6 years old, and you're gonna see that same kind of determination on Saturday night. I am gonna fight against anybody, anytime, and I'm not gonna run from anything. I'm gonna be ready, I can guarantee it.
On Saturday night at AT&T Stadium against Errol Spence Jr., what is the result going to be?
Tu vaticinio para esta la noche contra Errol Spence Jr. en el estadio de los Cowboys. ¿Qué va a pasar?
No, como te dije, soy un competidor, soy un campeón, soy un ganador. Vengo aquí a pelear fuerte, vengo a llevarme los 3 cinturones.
I'm a competitor, I'm a champion, I'm a warrior, and I'm here to take all 3 belts. No doubt about that.
Yordenis Ugas, ladies and gentlemen, the WBA welterweight champion of the world, will allow him to work out here in Arlington, 3 days away until his welterweight unification showdown against Errol Spence.
Next time, come to Duncanville Boxing Gym, man. Oh yeah, we got my champ here too, man. This is my little champ.
Okay.
We got nationals.
So you said you went to school for this speaking tour?
Yeah.
Announce yourself.
This is Coach Rue, man, live
up,
from
Coach,
Duncanville Boxing Gym.
Where
You know,
from Duncanville?
I'm actually from Tyler, Texas, man. I'm actually from East Texas.
Well, I'm only familiar with Tyler, Texas because of
the roads, because of Earl, because of Aaron Ross. There's so many athletes we done pulled in. What you talking about?
You said Terrell, Texas, right?
No, Tyler.
Oh, Tyler.
We ain't
Texas.
talking about Jamie Foxx.
Oh, right. I thought you said Terrell at first.
Nah, I wanted to ask a serious question though.
Yeah, go ahead.
With me being
real quick. So, Coach Rue said, when you coming out of retirement?
Yeah, when you coming out of retirement?
I said never. And he over here ready to beg me.
Man, first of
he
all,
said,
you ain't got
sit down.
What Andre Ward say he learned from Bernard? You touch a fighter by his midsection. He has not been enjoying the fruits of his labor. He in shape now. He in shape. He ain't got no waist over
Hey,
here.
I knew I was coming to Dallas.
Probably wearing about a 32 waist.
I jumped in the gym real quick. I wish I was wearing a 32 waist.
No, I want to ask a serious question.
My clothing purchases from here out.
Oh yeah? Oh well, we know you're gonna be fly. We know you're gonna be fly at the fight.
You know it.
We know that. We talking about what you wearing.
Actually,
it's Easter time. It's Easter weekend.
I'm doing Easter Sunday the day after. So I got my Easter suit already picked out, but I'm representing Dallas on this one.
Okay, so you coming in some blue.
I got Cowboys colors.
Okay.
Yeah, I got Cowboys colors.
Right.
But go ahead though.
My question is, man, you had a hell of a fight against Earl. You had a hell of a fight against Terrence. I think you brought a lot of pressure to Terrence, made him adjust. I know you made Earl adjust, because one thing we ain't never seen Earl do is fight off the back foot. And you made him do that. Harder opponent. Honest opinion. We live. Honor opponent. Terrence or Earl?
I think for their styles, it was different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I felt like Terrence made me think more. I felt like I was a tad bit more hesitant against Terrence. But, I mean, it was a bang from beginning to end against Errol, you know what I'm saying? So I think the dynamics of the fights were a little different, but still both very, very difficult.
So we pretty much know that they're going to end up facing each other if he can get past Ugas. I watched the fight with you and Ugas. It was a great fight. I feel like you made him get more aggressive than he wanted to get, but I also like the fact that you boxed. A lot of people don't know that you boxed in the first 6 rounds until it got a little aggressive to where you stepped it up. But I want to ask, do you think the adjustment of the southpaw stance that Terrence brings is going to give Earl problems? Because we haven't seen Earl against a southpaw.
And Terrence he's a classic southpaw.
Yes, he is.
From the standpoint of Terrence being able to counterpunch from the southpaw position, but also a little like Errol, he can also be aggressive.
Yeah.
He's more of a counterpuncher from the southpaw position. So I think, again, when we talk about the fight being as great as it can be, I really do think that some fights we should predict the outcome of the fight. We should hope that those fights happen. Once they get signed, we should wait till those fights happen and stay locked from beginning to end, because the dynamics and the styles of those fights and the way that both fighters can make adjustments. I mean, really, man, it's not, you can't say enough about those fights. And even right now, like, I think while people may think that I'm protecting myself by not saying certain things, it's just as easy as for me to say this and this be just as true as me saying, oh, well, you know, Errol can bang, and you know, Terrence got a great uppercut, and this and that, and this and that. That fight right there, I want for that fight to just happen and for it to play out. I'm gonna say this right now on my podcast. When that fight gets announced, I'm not making a prediction.
I think a lot of people want you to make the prediction because you're the only one that's been in there.
I'll talk excellent in those, but at the end of the day, I want that fight to happen, and I think that it's more entertaining if we wait to see the outcome opposed to if we go into and have an expectation.
Yeah.
You know what
and I've been watching boxing. I'm in my 30s. I come up watching the James Tonys, the Floyds, pretty much the guys that you guys watch. And one thing I can appreciate about you is that you never got to the point where you were a gatekeeper. You was never a gatekeeper.
No.
You was always a champion, always on top of your game.
I was too entertaining to be a gatekeeper. I was too competitive to be a gatekeeper. And not to say, like, I mentioned that in my post-fight interview when I announced my retirement. I mentioned that I didn't want to be a gatekeeper.
Exactly.
I don't think that because I had that loss against Terrence, I don't think that my career was heading towards a gatekeeper.
No.
Or anything
I think
like
that's why everybody was so surprised.
But I think at the end of the day, I had every fight that I wanted to have, and I was done. And that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we know you're a sure first ballot Hall of Famer because you are the only one that's fought everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody from Danny to Keith to Terrence to Ugas to Earl, and you gave everybody everything they wanted and more. I think with the fact that we were so surprised that you did retire so early, because I was watching TV, like, oh shit, he's gone. So we're not gonna get a rematch. We're not gonna get, we're not gonna see these guys at 54. You did fight at 60, 65. So we know you can. So we know you can rock at a bigger weight class. So that's why I say I know you're not going to stay retired.
And that's where I get into trouble because I always say if I come back, I will be at 154.
Yeah. Well, you're a fighter.
Not even 160,
you're a fighter. You're a fighter. How many times Sugar Ray retired? More than once. I can definitely see you competing at the 154 weight. Yeah. I definitely feel like you can be a champion at that weight class. If Brian Castano could be a champion, you could be a champion. If Laura could be a champion, you could be a champion. As I got some champions standing behind me with Tristan, big guy. He's also at our gym in Duncanville. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate your time, big dog.
I appreciate it, Sean.
Hey, keep working for the kids, all right?
Man, I got it.
That's love right there,
I got it, and I appreciate that.
It's hard work, I get it. The commitment is long, you know what I mean? But it's worth it. You know what I mean? When you can affect these kids' lives, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you for your service, big dog.
Oh yeah. We'll see you again.
I'm out here all week.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm gonna see you Friday and Saturday.
See you Friday and Saturday. Boom, boom. Love it.
Appreciate that, big dog.
There you go. We had two. We're not gonna get Ugas. We're gonna wrap it up. It's enough today. I appreciate y'all hanging in there with me. We have 509 right now in the top chat. I think do that mean it's 509 people watching? I don't know what it means either. But salute to everybody that watched today. Sorry if I didn't get to your comments. Trying to make sure I miss any super chats. Not that those are worth any more or less than the other ones. Of course, they come with money, so that means that they are. But to me, man, y'all all the same to me, man. I appreciate those that put money up and those that didn't. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Stay locked. I'll be announcing tomorrow what time, when and where we will be live. Let me look real quick. Before I get off, let me look real quick so I can give y'all a good idea of where we're going to be at tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. Oh, yeah. The final press conference for Yordenis Ugas and Errol Spence Jr. That is at 1 o'clock. We will be live at 1 o'clock. See y'all soon. Have a blessed day.